So what is Kaizen? Technically, Kaizen is simply the Japanese word that means to take apart, then study and improve, and loosely translates as continuous improvement. In general usage in the West, however, the term Kaizen has become almost synonymous with the phrase Kaizen event, which is a very specific way of shining the spotlight on one segment of a process that has very clearly defined boundaries and getting together in one room everyone that has anything to do with that process, following a time-proven method of taking that process apart and putting it back together again in ways that are measurably more efficient. And doing this very quickly, often in a single day, and almost never longer than a week. And the very next day after the Kaizen is completed, everyone is trained to do things the new way, following the instructions that are well documented in the standard work combination sheet or similar means of communicating standard work. Your Systems to Win Kaizen Toolkit comes with pretty much every tool that you'll need for every step you take, all the way from organizing your initial thoughts about, gosh, what should we improve first or next, all the way through documenting your learning lessons from the Kaizen event that you just finished. The Kaizen event checklist has its own training video, so we won't duplicate that here. The next tool, the Kaizen Mandate, is designed to serve two purposes. Number one, when you're planning the event, you can succinctly summarize the purpose and scope of the proposed Kaizen event. And number two, when the event is completed, you can succinctly summarize the measurable results of the improvements. This template is specifically designed to fit nicely within a PowerPoint slide, and our online training teaches you how to copy to PowerPoint easily. The Kaizen event agenda provides a few more details of exactly who will be doing what, when, and where, and is the perfect handout to distribute to all of the event's participants, especially those who have been assigned some preparatory homework. The Kaizen Team Roles handout is designed to be personalized by your Kaizen team leaders and facilitators to clearly define the responsibilities of each role in your company. See this red paragraph there? If that paragraph has not yet been deleted, then that means you're looking at the unedited starting template, which then needs to be personalized by your own company to define the way your Kaizen teams are organized in your company. But rather than starting with a blank sheet of paper, your leaders are starting with the best thoughts of industry-leading Kaizen teams from many different companies. And now they can simply delete or edit a few sentences here, add a few thoughts there, and bingo, they're done. They can move on to more productive uses of their valuable time. First, let's look at the table of contents, which has headings for all of the team roles. And of course, you can add or subtract or change the names of any of these roles. Notice that we include the responsibilities of the executives and managers. Even if they don't show up for an event, what are the responsibilities that they're responsible to perform or delegate? A tool like this, written by an objective, disinterested third-party expert who doesn't even know the personalities and power structures of your company, can be absolutely invaluable when it comes to the fine art of managing your boss. For every position, we define the ideal profile of what you're looking for in the ideal candidate to perform this role. The responsibilities, which also double as performance evaluation criteria, and clarification of who provides performance evaluation feedback to every person that influences the success of your Kaizen event, including those executives and even that high-paid Kaizen consultant that everyone's intimidated by. What are the typical responsibilities that you should reasonably expect to be fulfilled by him or her? Rather than just reading one book, or worse yet, scribbling out the first thoughts that come to your mind about what roles might be involved in Kaizen continuous improvement and what responsibilities each role might entail, you benefit from the best of dozens of books and teams that have already been there and done that. And even if you've already started a Kaizen program and have some of your roles somewhat defined, you might find some gems in the Systems to Win tools that you can blend into the handouts you've already started. The Empowerment Boundaries is a similar tool. It's a very simple one-page document that's designed to be framed and hung on a wall somewhere to clarify your management's decisions regarding what your Kaizen teams are and are not empowered to do. Like how much money can they spend without special approval? What priority attention can they expect from supporting departments like IT, maintenance, facilities, purchasing? What restrictions must be considered for unions, regulatory compliance, safety? All this should be clearly defined and mounted on a wall where everyone can see it, and this template makes it easy. We give you 2 Kaizen action lists, one in Word and one in Excel. Some people like it one way or the other. You can use either one to clearly define the few things that need to be finished up immediately following each Kaizen event, and to monitor the progress to make sure that everything gets done. In the final hour of each Kaizen event, it's customary to distribute an evaluation form for each of the participants to provide their valuable feedback while everything's still fresh in their mind. Anyone that's ever created an evaluation form knows that even a simple one-page handout like this can waste an hour or more of your time to put together from scratch. Isn't it nice to have a professional evaluation form right here, ready to download, print, hand out, and be done with it? And what does your Kaizen leadership team do with all that valuable feedback from all those messy handwritten evaluation forms? A well-organized team will quickly summarize the most valuable learning lessons from all your Kaizen events into a single, easily searched lessons learned document stored in a shared folder on some server somewhere where everyone can easily find it. And when 1 or 2 or 5 of those evaluation forms contain ideas for future improvement, where do you jot down those notes so that those valuable ideas aren't just lost in space? And with all those great ideas to choose from, how does your leadership team agree upon which processes to improve next? And how do they publish their decisions about which Kaizen events are coming next? As you can see, none of these templates contain any rocket science. Any experienced Kaizen event leader has to have invented some way of doing all these things, even if only crudely scribbled on the back of a napkin. You have to have some form of most of these tools in order to host even a single Kaizen event. These Systems to Win Kaizen templates just make it easier to simply fill in the blanks or make a few editing changes to an already excellent starting point. Here's an important point for seasoned Kaizen leaders to understand. Every Systems to Win template is just a Word or Excel document. If you already have a few Kaizen planning tools that you love and have used for years, you can simply overwrite that Systems to Win master template with your own. And then from then on, whenever anyone clicks on that link from your company's templates portal, they will get your beloved template. Perhaps updated with 1 or 2 gems borrowed from the best practices of all those other companies that have contributed to the development and continuous improvement of your Systems to Win templates for continuous improvement. Whenever you do personalize any template, we just encourage you to make a 1-sentence entry in your customization log to make it real easy to remember what changes you made when it comes time to take advantage of future upgrades. And if you are not a seasoned Kaizen veteran, reluctant to change anything about the way you've always done things, then you will really appreciate having all these Kaizen templates and all of that free online training, all thoughtfully packaged and ready for you to use with just the click of a mouse. And once again, thank you for choosing Systems to Win to help you continuously improve your tools for continuous improvement.